And a naughty shot first up by Rora Singh as he looks to cut that one that's too close to him from Zamin Amin, who has 2 for 5 and taken cleanly by the keeper Sahadeo. Zamin Amin is in, and this one beats a groping bat of Rora Singh. Just trying to get back on the ball, so he's played 2 naughty offerings first up. USA 12 for the loss of 2 as we're in over number 7, and now he picks up the line and there is no run. Farid Hussein as now he stretches forward, wants a single, he's in no man's land and has to get back as Rora Singh looking for a sharp single, and there's Shafiq Ali not at all interested at the non-striker's end.
Shafiq Ali guilty of ball watching.
Most definitely.
The ball going to the left of the right-handed fielder. The single was on, but the communication would have had to be in there for the both batsmen to take off immediately. Once Shafiq didn't respond, I thought that Rora Singh would have been better served to temper his anxiety for this.
Kept the grand job. This is the first ball which is pulled into the leg side. They've gone for 1. It's going to pull up inside the boundary. It's going to turn and come back for 2. The return comes in. Will they look for 3? Yes, they're going to come back for 3. And the first aggressive shot we've seen for the morning.
And it's a seasoned champion, a very experienced, and what I like about him, he's very professional in everything he does. So he's brought a level of professionalism to this West Indies master side.
Well, he's continuing his 6 over, and the batsman going on to the back foot. A delivery much too close for the cut shot. Goes past the edge into the gloves of wicketkeeper Sahadio. Close call there for Rora Singh. As this time the delivery on the awesome. The non-striker looking for a non-existent single. The return comes in from, I think it is Farid there at cover, missing the stumps at the non-striker's end. But where was Mohsin Khan going, Kurt?
Well, I can understand the urgency in his running, but I can't understand the ignorance in running to the ball with the ball straight into the man at cover point.
Onto the front foot comes Rora Singh. Bat and pad close together. Pushes it back along the pitch. There is no run.
Not being able to get many boundaries here. The West Indies bowlers operating very, very tight. They can understand the urgency in trying to pick up a run, Wayne Holder. So it was understandable. A delivery which is swung into and very close. And goes over the rope finally, Wayne Holder.
Just on cue, Kirk. Sean, you called it. Immediately, the batsman, Rora Singh, picked up the cue from you, went across the line, dragged this delivery from outside the off stump through the mid-wicket position. A long chase there for, I think that's Ishar Miraj, fielding at mid-wicket, and just being beaten by the ball across the rope in front of the Greenwich and Haynes stand, and the first boundary for the morning coming off the final delivery of the 12th over. And now after those 12 overs, USA 25 for 3, Rora Singh on 9, Khan on 1.
Well, Rora Singh
leg as this delivery angling into the right-hander from over the wicket, and he's coming onto the front foot, dropping it away into the onside. Keeper skips from around the wicket to pick up. There is no run. It remains 26 for 3 here at Kensington Oval as delivery outside the off stump, looking to play a naughty shot as it has been described. Square outside the off stump, beats the batter, beats the keeper. The ball running down fine on the offside. The batsman come through for 1, which will be signaled a bye out of this track. 27 for 3 at the start of over number 14. Rora Singh is on 9. He'll be on strike. And this delivery chopped in the air, wide of Lashley at short. Third man beats his right hand, runs down towards the third man boundary. But the batsman coming back for a second run. So a false shot somewhat played by the batsman, but quite safe. Although it travelled in the air, it travelled wide of that fielder at short third man.
Luckily for the batsman, the ball evaded Lashley, but you would have spoken about the bounce that was being generated from the other end. But immediately into the attacker, Morris getting an appreciable bounce as well.
Well, here he is down the leg side.
Down
the leg side, looking for that pull shot. Struck on the pad is Rora Singh. 29 for 3. Anthony Morris, number 55, slows this one down, coming onto the front for this Vera Singer, pushing it into a vacant area to the right of the fielder there at the mid-wicket field. Drive not taken cleanly by the keeper. We can only speculate as whether that ball might have taken the outside edge. Lashley leaping in anticipation, then having the disappointment of not seeing the ball taken cleanly. Pitched on the pads, whipped away into the onside. Nice looking shot on that occasion, and 2 runs all the way. The batsman again placing that ball into a wide open space on the onside. I repeat, on the onside, the eastern side of the ground. Lashley is seeing the batsman going for the sweep and getting this one away behind square for 4. Using the angle on that occasion, Vera Singer, Lashley down somewhere around the middle and leg stumps and down on one knee, sweeping it, timing it well away from that man at the deep square leg, and 4 good runs to Vera Singer, and the USA is 36 for 3.
Yeah, poorly lined backward of square, getting it far behind square. Remember, the fielder was just placed forward of square, so a good shot manipulating the field, the batsman Vera Singer. And a lovely shot by him. And
forcing another change in the field by Captain Amin. An extra man now being posted in the onside as Lashley right arm over the wicket outside the all stump, nudged away. Through the fielder at short third man. Some slack work by Ian Drakes on that occasion. Got a nice generous bounce, the ball of runs.
Yeah, there's Ian Drakes committing the cardinal sin and holder, indeed, of taking his eyes off the ball and trying to get the ball back to the wicket keeper before having the ball in his hands. The ball in his
yeah. 2 more to the total. It's 38 for 3. Again, this delivery is looking to play that bounce being extracted by the bowler. As this delivery short into the pull shot is Vera Singer. He's going to get a couple of runs here as Captain Zamin Allen goes scampering after it, pulling it back inside the forward square area. There's 10 runs from that over.
Was a flighted delivery outside the off stump, which is driven sweetly into the offside. He's a long way down. The return makes his can at the non-strikers end, 42 for 3 Linden.
Yes, and a little bit also who tracked it with the World Cup football just about to start.
Actually watching Linden, some adjust square leg boundary being asked to come into the mid-wicket region, a little bit more behind square, and
Farid Hussein.
Chandapal Singh was a short delivery which is swung to the left of that man who has to come around about 10 yards to his left. Does he feel in Linden? The return already on its way. And the West Indies
offside in Mangali as this delivery is outside of the off stump, and there is the batsman looking to drive it through. 4 runs
as Chandapal Singh goes to the delivery. The batsman is driving off the outside portion of the bat down to the backward point region where it looks like the
There's a 45. We'll get to that.
Anthony Morris, which is bringing the batsman forward. The batsman in Vera Singer, he's got 23. He's faced some 33 deliveries for his 23 runs as Morris is bowling a short delivery, which is swung down to the mid-wicket region. And a good bit of work by the man down there. Looks like the man Ishwar Maraj in the number 50 jersey coming around doing good work, Linden, diving.
And a beautiful bit of fielding. And I think this is the kind of thing that you, playing at a professional venue or resplendent venue can do to you. You can bring out the best in you, because I don't think in another game we see him dive like that.
Short delivery again by Morris, and there was the batsman onto the back foot and attempting to replicate this previous shot, Linden, but this
just to get his partner can to follow through and rather than ball watching. He's doing more ball watching than anything else.
46 for 3 as Morris bowls a short delivery off the and the score with that double, Linden, up to 48 for 3.
Yes, a good health.
Well, yes, off the boundary in the 69 jersey, does the fielding, and the left of the man coming around at mid-on, goes past him. They should run fairly close into the boundary, and then goes into the boundary now. So a poor bit of work by the man there, Lashley, coming around to his left and not showing full commitment in that dive at all. As coming 54 for 3.
3/4 of the way.
A delivery outside the off stump, short by the USA side. As Chandapal Singh is bowling a delivery which is beating the batsman. I'm thinking, Linden, that looked can't help him. 54 for 3. Singh again bowls a delivery which is bringing the batsman Kensington over
55 deliveries.
Zamin Amen before the 6 overs, 2 maidens, 3 for 13, 3 for 12. Bowls a delivery which is bringing the batsman forward. Vera Singer, he's on 30. facing up to Captain Zamin Amin, who's marshaled his troops well, leading by example, tosses the ball from hand to hand, passes umpire Thompson. No, and to this delivery, the batsman will operating with a man at third man, a man at short backward point, a man in a cover point, a man at extra cover, a man at long off. As this delivery is turned behind square, they've gone for one. There were some thoughts or speculation about the second run. Flighted delivery, the bats. And you spoke about Zamin hitting across the line without scoring, and there's a delivery which is swung to the right of the man coming around from mid-on. He has a lot of work. It looks like Lashley coming around. The batsman have enough time to complete two. Lashley does good work in retrieving the ball coming around to his right, and the batsman have enough time to complete two. Veera Singha, he goes up to 33, and he score up to flighted delivery as strong. This one should run into the or very close to the mid-wicket boundary, as it's being pulled up inside the mid-wicket boundary now by the man coming around from backward square. Had a lot of work in the yard for Lennon. He's on 36 as Morris flights the delivery to Veera Singh, who's turn it pleasantly to the left of the.
They can pick up the ones occasionally.
As Chandapal Singh starts what should be his fourth over, was a flighted delivery driven pleasantly at mid-off, and he does the fielding, struck quite firmly, so no chance of a run. As Singh on his way was a short delivery, and this is one is pulled into the onside up to the man coming around to his right at the mid-wicket boundary, and the batsman have enough time, Lyndon, to amble 2 runs. And
the Paul Singh operated long on a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, straightish mid-wicket, so he's going for a 5-4 field.
66 for 3 over number 23 is being bowled by Chandapal Singh, who's bowled as Singh on his way into Veera Singh again. To this delivery, Veera Singh is driving uppishly to the right of the bowler, down to the long. As Morris was a flighted delivery which is turned to the man at backward square, and the man captain Zamin Amin coming around to his left, which is his good side as well, doing the fielding. The score will remain on 67 for 3 as Morris was a flighted delivery which is bringing the batsman Amin coming around to his left, which is his good side as well, doing the fielding. The score will remain on 67 for 3 as Morris was a flighted delivery which is one pleasantly down the forward. Brian Johnson comes around in at the short extra cover position, does the fielding, and there's no run. Morris once again into ball to the batsman who's driving this one pleasantly down the track to the right of Veera Singha. You just spoke about that real 11 and can. His contribution is 12.
Well, they've played well for this 50 partnership. They just need to keep going.
69 for 3. A delivery which is turned in. We just spoke about that real estate, Lennon. Lots of vehicle. Marshall N struck 3 fours. In fact, he struck all the boundaries in the USA Masters innings thus far. 70 for 3. Chandapal Singh before this, 4 overs, no middles, none for 15. Is on his way into bowl to Veera Singha. Veera Singha is sweeping behind square, a pleasant shot, but there's a fielder place on the backward square boundary who's in attendance. It looks like the man Sahadio doing some good work as well, and the batsman restricted to 1 run as Veera Singha goes up to 40 into that short third man region where the captain won the toss early this morning.
There are plenty of real estate. What do you make of this win? Square leg.
I think that after this delivery,
as he's in, and there's Morris having to skip across very quick.
On the eastern side the western side is much shorter, and I think that the West Indies team, very cognizant of that fact, have decided that they're going to protect that shorter boundary on the western side of the ground.
Yes, okay, well said, well explained. In the meantime, from the backward point position, so he moves to 45, 79 for 3.
Just as you pointed out, I think they will be trying as much as possible to stay away from the leg side.
And no, this one is pulled between the 2 fielders. Around comes the fielder, has a dive on it. That is Chandapal Singh. Can't stop it. The ball is into the boundary. Poor delivery by Morris, and he yields 4 runs. The USA Masters move it to 83, and with that 83, Veera Singha is on 49. He stretches forward, remains on 49%. Is short, and Johnson, who's patrolling the short cover position, there's no run. Short third man, backward point cover, as Veera Singha is playing a naughty shot, low percentage shot. 49. As Hussein goes past the umpire, bowls to him, he goes on to the back foot, looks a pull into the onside. And the way you say, a naughty shot.
Well, premeditated, I would have to say. Good comeback by the bowler, but because of the premeditation, not being able to make contact.
And here's the delivery tossed up, and it worked for his 50. Well played into the mid-wicket region. Lashley from mid-on is onto it. And that is the 50 for Singer. 50, coming up off 66 deliveries, 78 minutes, and he has struck 4-4.
Just what the doctor ordered for the USA innings.
Comes back into strike. Can, with that single, is up to 20, as Hussein is into bowl to Rarasinga. He gets it outside line of the legs up and sweeps it down to Anthony Sadio. They take one. So run number 51 to Rarasinga. 88 for
one leg spinner.
And for 23. So he's also gone on a fairly good clip. As Lashley will start, and he'll be bowling to the man Sanjeeva Rarasinga, who has 51 against his name from 67 deliveries. 4 fours in his innings. The right arm spinner Lashley's into him. And he's looking to sweep to the people leg before. And he's given leg before wicket a half-hearted shot. And Lashley jumped for joy even before that wicket was given. And the wicket goes at the end where umpire Dave Thompson is the who has 51 against his name from 67 deliveries. 4 fours in his innings. The right arm spinner Lashley's into him. And he's looking to sweep to the people leg before. And is given leg before wicket a half-hearted shot. And Lashley jumped for